but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime.
Welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite sports podcast, Strong Arm Sports. I'm KSpadeTheProspect.
I'm your boy LaParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade, we got a lot of great topics to talk about today. Some topics that's probably going to get the comment section a little tight at us. Some of them going to agree, some of them going to disagree with us. So can I kick it off?
Hey, that's what you do, man. Kick.
All right, let me kick it off, man. If you guys haven't heard, this may be the first time in NFL history that the #1 and #2 draft picks in the draft will not attend the draft. If you guys haven't heard, Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota may not attend the NFL draft. Jameis Winston, our favorite country, bumpkin, he will be down in Alabama, and Marcus Mariota will be in Hawaii with his family. Now, of course, we know that ESPN, they will have cameras in and out of their house during the draft. But my question to you, Spade, is should the NFL make them attend the NFL draft?
Well, I mean, I don't feel like the NFL can't make them do anything right now. They're not technically employees of the NFL until they're drafted by a team and negotiate on the terms of a contract and sign a contract. So as of right now, I don't feel like the NFL can make them do anything. I'm sure the NFL wants them there because it's a business part of it, and they like to sell the hoopla of the draft, and they like to show you these guys sitting there looking nervous, waiting for their names to be called. But I don't think they should have to be there, and I honestly don't have a problem with them not being there.
I mean, this is going to surround their life for the next, hopefully for their sake, 15 to 20 years. You know what I mean? I think if they want to take one day before they really get into professional football to be with their family on this special occasion, I don't see what the problem is. But a lot of people have been making a lot of issues about this, that, when their names are called, nobody's going to come on the stage, nobody's going to hold the jersey. And then I actually heard that a lot of people are saying, how would the commissioner feel just standing up there stating the name? I'm like, why do we got to stand there? State the name and then get off the stage. Like, right. I mean, this isn't the first time that high draft picks have not attended the draft. Like, I remember Joe Thomas, I think he was drafted either #1 or #2. He went fishing with his father. They had cameras on boats opposite of Joe Thomas' boat while he was fishing. So this isn't anything new. They're gonna, just because they're not at the venue, trust me, they're gonna be at the draft because there's gonna be enough cameras to cover them throughout. Believe that. And I mean, I really don't see what the issue is. I don't know why people are making a big deal. I'm interested to know what you guys think in the comment section. Should the NFL make them attend the draft? A lot of people were saying that the NFL should make them attend it because they know that they're going to be top picks in the draft. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section.
Yeah, well, let's move forward. Let's keep it in the NFL, though. Talking about news that may shake things up. We got some news out of Denver, Colorado, and no, it ain't that 420 stuff. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. But apparently, Demaryius Thomas, you guys know, Bebe Thomas, the big-time receiver out here in Denver. So this guy has chosen to, for one reason or another, forego the Broncos workout, on top of the fact that he's going to also forego Peyton Manning's workout. I mean, Peyton really likes for his receivers to be there. He really likes building that chemistry and that rapport with his receivers. And Demaryius has been there in previous seasons. Is this a sign? Like, is he unhappy there? Like, what do you think is going on here?
Well, I think, Demaryius wants his money. And I'm not mad at anybody that want their money. We talked about DeMarco Murray and, guys like that want their money. And Demaryius want to get paid. And if he feel like, I don't have to, it's voluntary. He's not.
You got to do the quote fingers when you say voluntary.
Yeah,
it's voluntary, but it makes the news when you don't go. So it ain't that voluntary.
Well, I mean, that's because Peyton, they say Peyton is one of those guys that like things how he liked things. You know what I mean? If you remember during the season, Peyton kind of gave the guy playing the keyboard the eye up there because he was playing music while he was trying to do his audibles. Like, he's a perfectionist. Peyton want the route ran a specific way. And, I mean, that's just Peyton Manning. As far as Demaryius Thomas, he want to get paid. To me, if he don't want to attend, it's voluntary. It's not mandatory that he attend. I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I think him and Peyton done developed enough chemistry over these past few years that he can miss a workout and they'll still be fine, in my opinion. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a situation where a lot of times you see veterans, they don't really participate in the workouts and all the other good stuff. I don't know if it's a situation where Demaryius is like, when Peyton was new, like maybe the new is worn off of that situation. And then at the same time, I hate to take this situation to tease the Broncos, but they don't run them wide receiver screens anyway. I mean, how much practice you need? All they doing is turning around, waiting on Peyton to throw it to him right there. So I don't know. I really don't think it's a big deal, though. Like, I mean, Demaryius has played wide receiver long enough that he knows what to do, and Peyton has played quarterback long enough that he knows what to do. Come game time, if they're both in game shape, I don't think this will hurt them at all. I really don't.
So let me ask you another question. They got a new coach out there. They got Gary Kubiak. He's the new coach.
Right.
Do you think Demaryius should be there because it's maybe potentially a new scheme?
Yeah, and that's a real good point. I actually forgot about the coach change. I wasn't thinking about it, but that's a real good point. And if that's the case, because Kubiak did bring over his whole set of coordinators, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a very good point. And if that's the case, then it's probably definitely a money situation. It's definitely Demaryius being man.
I think it is.
Like, I ain't trying to learn nothing until y'all try to reach in that wallet and pay me. So that's probably what's going on here. Still not anything that we're not accustomed to seeing. This kind of stuff happens every year about this time.
Every year. I agree. You ready to move on?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so, and what happened crazy this week, Tom Brady and DeAndre Levy, these guys are like daredevils. If you guys haven't heard, Tom Brady jumped off a cliff into like this big thing of water surrounded by rocks and all type of Super Bowl champion. Tom Brady did this. And DeAndre Levy, if you guys didn't know, he went wing riding. You guys don't know what that is? Yeah, wing riding. That's like these little crop duster planes. He got out the crop duster plane while it was in the air off the ground and was hugging on the wing. Like with no parachute, was walking on the wing. Like DeAndre Levy is freaking crazy. Tom Brady is freaking crazy. Wow. My question to you, Spade, is should NFL, a lot of NFL teams already have these type of things in the contract, but should they enforce this type of stuff for their star players to not do these, daredevil activities? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta say so. I gotta say so. Jumping off the rocks into the water, I wouldn't do it. But that's not that dangerous unless you don't clear the rocks and you knock yourself out on a rock or something like that. I can see how that would be a problem. But getting out of a plane and walking down the wing, what the hell?
Insane.
No, man. Nah, yeah. Insane. If I'm a team owner, GM, coach, a teammate of either of these guys, especially Levy, I'm disappointed in him. Like, that's a very calculated risk, and hopefully you can retire young enough that you can do all the wild and crazy things you want to do. But right now, you're bound by contract to keep yourself in great shape for this team, and that's taking it a bit far. That's like playing Russian roulette. That's crazy.
And see, that's a great point right there. And first of all, I don't want neither one of them players doing that. Tom Brady, you just went to the Super Bowl champ. You just won that thing. Like, But, if you want to release some, tension or whatever you was doing, do it another way. DeAndre Levy, you of all people, you just had one of your best seasons. People are saying you are one of the best backers in the league. Like, one of the best. Not the best, before y'all kill me in the comment section. But he's considered one of the best linebackers in the league. And of all people, you should know better because you just seen your boy Steven Tulloch do some crap on the field and got hurt. Steven Tulloch did the discount double check and injured himself. So DeAndre Levy, you of all people should know better because you witnessed a tragedy happen to one of your teammates that ended his whole season. So I think these guys are getting paid a lot of money. And if I was an owner or a GM or somebody that can control these guys, I would tell them, you guys are first of all, we paying you too much money. Second of all, you are too valuable to our team to do this type of nonsense. Too valuable to the team. Remember, if you guys don't remember, Williams, you know what I'm talking about, right? Point guard from Duke, got drafted to the Chicago Bulls. All Bulls fans was ecstatic. He got into a motorcycle accident, pretty much broke every damn bone in his body. He wasn't wearing the proper equipment. Ended his career. This is what I'm saying. And you know, Chicago, he lucky he got drafted to Chicago, because if anybody else, you know, they still ended up giving him some money. Like they settled, they ain't go to court, but they settled on a payment for him, you know, for his contract. But I just think it's too risky, and these guys should not do this daredevil activity.
Let me jump back in here before we move forward.
Okay.
Because I know it's going to happen. Somebody's going to say in the comment section, these guys are still people, and they want to have fun, and you can't tell them how to live. I know somebody's going to say that.
That's right.
Before you say that, let me counter with this.
Okay.
These guys, they make a choice to play this sport, which is a job. It's a profession. It's a very well-paying profession. And anytime you take any job, you have to agree to certain terms. Like, nobody forced these guys to be pro football players. Nobody. Yeah. Trust me. I mean, McDonald's will love to have a big, strong linebacker picking up all the burgers or something. I don't know what goes on there, but you get my point. Yeah. It's some things at my job that I want to do that I can't do. Hell, if it was up to me, I would take my Xbox and plug it in at my job, and I would game the day away. I can't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. So, yeah, it's a part of you that want to say, well, I mean, if he want to do something stupid like that, that's his life. He got the right. But as long as he's under contract, that is a job that he agreed to. And because you agreed to, for that reason, I don't think they should be doing that. But I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. I felt like that was kind of self-explanatory. That's stupid. You on a plane? Wing? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's move forward.
I'm ready. Let's get it.
All right, so let's jump to sports for a minute, man. Let's talk college basketball. We don't talk a lot of college hoops on this show, but we all know it's Final Four weekend. And
that's right.
I just got to thinking about something. Everybody from the beginning of the season was talking about Kentucky and all the talent they got, all the hype they got, all the McDonald's All-Americans they got. Calipari's a great coach. Everything was set in stone for these guys to just come out here and win it all. And even though right now it looks like they're going to, it got me to thinking, if this team doesn't win it all this year, when you got Larry Brown saying that they shouldn't lose a game, you got Larry Brown saying that they can contend for a playoff spot in the East. And I mean, everybody, before the first game, these guys was favored. If they don't win it all, is this season a failure?
Wow. That's a good question, Spade. You know, a lot of people, Kentucky had the highest of high expectations for this team right here. All these McDonald All-Americans, like you stated. Me, personally, I want to say no. You know, Chad Ford, as I said before, he said that this Kentucky team right here probably have 8 guys that will be drafted in the NFL. NBA, excuse me, not NFL. They will have 8 guys that are going to, you know, that can be drafted in the NBA. So, I mean, if these guys don't win it all, we already know that how this day and age in college basketball, these guys are 1 and done or 2 and done. These guys are going to leave and go pro. So, as far as Coach Cal, I don't think it would be a failure for him. He's still one of the best coaches in college basketball. He's still going to have the best team next year with all the new McDonald All-Americans coming in. They're going to be right there next year again. He's going to have more new guys go to the NBA, which is going to lead to better recruiting. I mean, I just don't think it's a failure. To me, reaching the Final Four is an accomplishment in itself. And I think if they lose on Saturday or lose in the championship, I wouldn't call it a failure, man. I think those kids, you know, play amazing this season, regardless whether they win or lose the championship. How do you feel about it?
I don't know, man. Because they are college kids, I want to agree with you. But I don't know that it's ever been, and I don't mean that literally, because somebody gonna look it up and tell me what happened in 1963. But I don't know that there's ever been a team with expectations this high. And I saw the Fab Five. You know what I'm saying? The Fab Five was a great team, but nobody expected them to never lose a game. People expect these guys to never lose a game. And I don't know, man. I honestly, want to say it would be a failure. It would be the equivalent to us getting a street. Here I go with my analogies again. Y'all know how I am about these. If we get a street race going and it's a bunch of Mustangs and Challengers and you pull up in a Lambo, if you don't win, that's a failure. That's a failure. Like, this is the best, most talented team. So I think it would be a failure. I don't think that's fair. I will admit that's not fair because these are kids. And on any given day, any team can be beat. We know that. But I'm saying as far as expectation, I think they're expected to win it all. And if they don't win it all, I think it's a failure. Really
How about you get it popping in the comment sections, babe? Get it popping in the comment section.
I want to know what y'all think because you know what? It's unfair for me to say that, y'all. But let's be real. I mean, like, I know it's unfair, but let's be real. If I'm wrong, let me know. Hey, you guys told me I was wrong last week about Steve Nash. Could I possibly be wrong 2 weeks in a row? That's pushing it. I ain't
2
been
weeks
wrong
in a row,
since,
let's
like,
get him.
I ain't been wrong since like 87. All right, bro. Let's go ahead. Let's move forward, man.
All right, we can move on. Let's push into some NBA news.
Right.
A lot of you guys' favorite guy is coming back.
Hey,
allegedly on no, not him. Not him. A lot of you guys' favorite guys coming back on Sunday. Y'all may know him as PG-13.
Oh.
No, sir.
Kevin Love is coming back on Sunday too. My bad. I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
Get him out. Man, LeBron don't want Kevin Love back on Sunday. But Paul George is coming back on Sunday. I'm doing the quote figures here. Allegedly. And he's scheduled to make his return against the Heat on Sunday. And it got me to thinking, man, the Pacers are a few games out of the 8th spot. And it got me to thinking, is it worth it? Should he come back and try and get that, last little push for these last couple of games for that final playoff spot? Or should he just, hang it up for the rest of the season and just heal properly, come back next year, bigger, faster, stronger, better? And it got me to thinking, I don't know. I want to know what you think, Spade. Should he come back Sunday? Should he come back this season?
Well, you got a good one here. This is a good one.
Yeah.
I think it depends on where he's at in his rehab. If he's good, if he's really good, then he might as well. Why not? I mean, if he's healthy, if he's cleared to play, why not? Even if they don't go to the playoffs, you still want to get him back, and because that's good mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting back is good for your mental juju. So if he's good, I want him to come back. If it's any question mark, PG, just have a seat. We don't want to see another Brandon Roy situation. Don't rush back and help these Pacers, because even with you back at 100%, y'all ain't going nowhere this year. Y'all not. So if he's healthy, I like to see him back. What you think?
Spade, if they get in the playoffs, that means they're going to be the 8th seed. They're going to play the Cleveland
No, they're going to play
the Atlanta Hawks.
And get ran out of the
Atlanta Hawks, excuse me. And I think I was just about to say, man, I don't think that'll work out for him. Not the way Atlanta been playing. I don't think that's going to work out. You know what? Me personally, I'm a Bulls fan. D-Rose be like, I don't want to come back. And I be like, come back, D-Rose. I know it's a mental thing, so I'm kind of in agreement with you. If he want to come back because he want to get his mental right, moving forward into next season, I'm all good with that. But if he coming back like, you know what, we about to win the NBA championship, PG-13, have a seat, champ, because y'all ain't it this year. Y'all ain't it. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Hashtag welcome back PG-13. Y'all want to see PG back? Let me know in the comment section down below. I kind of want PG to have a seat. Have a seat, PG. Hashtag welcome back PG-13. Hashtag PG-13 have a seat. There we go. Let's get it.
All right, let's stay in the NBA. I got one for you that gonna make you scratch your head a little bit. Carmelo Anthony, we all know, recently had surgery on his knee. And he's out. He's out for the season. Cool. The season is basically over anyway.
It's been over for the Knicks.
You're right. It was over before it started for the Knicks, but it's really over now.
It was. Yeah.
So the team, like, you know what, Melo? You are our guy. You are our star. You are our cash cow. We want you to still participate in team activities for what you can do. Travel with the team.
Okay.
Sit on the bench, cheer your teammates on, be a cheerleader. And Melo told the Knicks he's afraid to sit on the bench with his surgically repaired knee. He's afraid somebody gonna run off the court and crash into his knee.
Melo ain't say that, Spade.
Melo said that. And as far as I know, he said it with a straight face, too. So before I get your opinion on it, I'm going to tell you mine. I've seen people try to save a loose ball and run off the court. They usually dive into the audience. And I don't know that I've seen anybody's knee crashed into in the history of the NBA, at least in my lifetime. I think this is a crock of crap. I think it's bull. I think Melo said, you know what? This team sucks. I really hate it here. I stayed here to get paid. I'm paid. I'm hurt. I just want to kick it at home with Lala. That's all I want to do.
Spade, first of all, Melo, I just bigged you up a couple weeks ago, Melo.
I don't know
and
why
this how you going to repay your boy? This how you going to repay your boy, Melo? First of all, if you scared for somebody to crash into your knee sitting on the bench, why you got to sit in the front of the bench? Why you got to sit in the middle of the bench? Sit at the end of the bench. Sit behind the bench. They just want you somewhere next to the bench, Melo.
Right.
Like, you don't... Come on, man. $150 million they signed you for 7 years, Melo. Come on, man. You can sit on the bench with your teammates. They in the struggle juice. They still out there trying their best, man. You getting paid by that team. Sit your ass on the bench, Melo. If you scared somebody gonna run into your knee, sit at the end of the bench or sit behind the bench. Come on, man. So sit next to Phil Jackson.
It's not a chance of you buying this?
No, man. Melo lying. Melo lying.
Melo, ain't nobody crashing into no knees out there, bro.
Ain't nobody crashing into no damn knees, Melo. Come on. This hurt my heart, man. I just bigged Melo up I said Melo was one of the best offensive guys, in the
No. Wait. Let me correct you. You didn't say nothing about no one of. Oh, you say he was the most offensively dominant player in the league. That's what I said.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
And
this is how Melo repaid me, man.
He afraid.
Come on, Melo.
Melo from Baltimore. Man. Ain't he? Melo from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Some real goons
West
in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Get your boy. Your boy said he afraid
Baltimore,
to sit
you
on
take
the
that L, baby. Y'all take that L.
You hold that.
All
right.
Yeah, man.
What else we got? Melo.
Yeah. Melo. I'm disappointed in you, Melo. Moving forward, Spade. Let's move forward. It got me to thinking the NBA season is winding down. A lot of talk about who's the MVP, who's the real MVP, who's this season MVP. And it got me to, let's bring it to the show. Definitely want to know you guys' thoughts down there. Who's the MVP this year? Spade, who you got and why?
To me, man, at first it wasn't a close race. It's pretty close now. You got a lot of guys. I think this is the first time I can remember where 4 different candidates could really put up a legitimate argument for why they are the MVP. But for me, I think it's pretty clear cut. It's that guy, James Harden. I'm not saying that.
Clear cut?
It's clear cut for me.
Cut?
It's pretty clear cut. Check this out.
Wait a minute. Let me look in the camera, man. Clear cut?
Hey, look at it like this. Dwight Howard is hurt. Been hurt. James Harden is really the only scorer. Like, he puts Houston on his back. If you look at the MVP, the MVP says something about the player who has done the most for his team to help them in the wins that they have. Well, I tell you what, you take James Harden off that team, man, and I don't know if Houston got any of the wins they got now. They might have a worse record in the league if you take James Harden off that team. Or it'd be like a 3-way tie with the 76ers and the Knicks. They would definitely be one of the worst squads. Trevor Ariza, I thought he was that guy. He's not. I don't know what's going on with Trevor. He's not it. They brought over Josh Smith thinking that he would help the team, and he helps a little bit, but Josh ain't really it. Night in and night out is James Harden lacing up those shoes and getting it in, man. So for me, I really just feel like I got to give it to James. He gets my vote. But it's not clear cut to you?
You said clear cut, man.
Yeah.
Clear cut?
Yeah.
Spade. I love James Harden. Don't get me wrong. I love James Harden. And you know, I can go 3 other ways. I could go Westbrook.
Could.
I can go Bron. I could go Curry.
You could.
I mean, clear cut. If I had to choose an MVP right now, I mean, you picked James Harden and said it was finito. So it's over. Vince Carter hands. It's over. That's what you're saying. Spade, it ain't over, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, my homie Steph Curry. They have the best record in the league, in the West. They've been holding it down. They've been up there all season. And Steph Curry, and I know what the argument is going to be. It's going to be, well, he has Klay Thompson, and he has this guy. Really? Like, Klay Thompson? Nah, man. Who besides Klay? Bogus been injured in and out. Draymond Green has been in and out. Harrison Barnes kind of turned up a little bit. Got Iggy and them coming off the bench. I mean,
but you calling a lot of names, bro. You making my point. All these
I could
names.
call a lot of names. I could call a lot of names for Houston.
Not this. No, you man. Every one of these guys you're naming.
Corey Brewer.
Brewer's been consistent. He's been
Spade,
really
you had
consistent.
the time, Spade, you had the time. Can I talk? Spade.
I'm trying to keep you from saying something. I'm trying to keep you from chewing on your foot.
Spade.
If you want to put your foot in your mouth, go ahead.
Corey Brewer has came in to Houston and he's been a factor. He's been a factor there. Terrence Jones was a beast. Monty Eunice was a beast filling in for Dwight. They've been solid contributors. Spade. They've been double machines. They've been solid contributors to the Houston Rockets. A lot of people saying it's James Harden by himself. No, it's not. Patrick Beverly is another guy that played well for Houston before he went down. Played well.
Where is he now?
He's injured, but I mean, he can't help getting injured, Spade. It's an 82-game season.
When Dwight Howard went down, did the Rockets fall off?
No.
Okay. When Pat Beverly went down, did the Rockets fall off?
No.
Who kept him afloat?
But Patrick Beverly just got hurt. Terrence Jones played well. But what about the guys that filled in for Dwight Howard, though? What about those guys?
Like who?
What about those guys?
Like who?
I just told you, Monty Eunice and Terrence Jones.
Monty Eunice got a very good offensive game. Let's not break them all down. I get your point. You're not going to be the only one who feel this way. A lot of other people going to say the same, but I'm going to tell you why you guys are wrong. On any given night, I'm serious, man, you're wrong. You know, I love you like a brother, but you're wrong. At any given night, man, Klay can lead that team. Steph can have an off night. Klay can have an off night. Draymond Green will go off. How about the 3 of them have, 20 points? Harrison Barnes might show up and go off. I mean, and that's not Steph's fault that he got other people on his team that can score just as efficiently as him in spots. But it does take away from whether or not he's the MVP. The MVP is the guy that has done the most for his team in those wins. And that's James Harden to me. To me, it's clear cut. So Steph is your pick?
I'm picking Steph Curry for MVP, man. I'm picking Steph.
All right, let me ask you this before we move on. The show running long. My bad, y'all. Let me ask you one thing. I'm gonna cut you out. I'm gonna cut him out because he talked a lot. Russell with all the triple doubles, double-digit triple doubles. Does that make a case for you? Does that put him up there? Or should I say this? Does it help his case for you?
I mean, it helps them, but in my opinion, they got to make the playoffs, man. If they don't make the playoffs,
they ain't winning. That's how I feel.
You can't be an MVP and not make the playoffs.
I agree.
You can't be there and not make the playoffs. So if they don't get in, I mean, there's some teams right down there that's on OKC ass. So if they don't make the playoffs, he can't be the MVP. I love Russell Westbrook, and if they was in the playoff, if they was like the 6th or 5th seed or 7th seed, and they was in, I'd be like, it gotta be Russell. But you know, they at risk of not making it, man. So they gotta make the playoffs. They gotta make the playoffs, in my opinion.
Well, bro, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's finish this thing off with our strong arm performance of the week. I know who mine is. I'll let you go first, though. Who you got?
All right, my strong arm performance, kind of a shock. I kind of give the Nets, me being from Jersey, I kind of give the Nets a hard time. I picked Brook Lopez the previous week. Brook Lopez been going ham. This week right here, I got to go with D-Ron or Deron, whatever you want to call him. Deron Williams, he had 31 points, 11 assists, and a big win over the Raptors to move into the 7th seed in the East. So the Nets kind of turned it on, and Lionel Hollins kind of got them boys playing over there. Brook Lopez looking good. Deron Williams played amazing against the Raptors. And, I mean, it looked like they're going to be a problem in the Eastern Conference playoffs. You know what I mean? It looks like they're matched up with Cleveland. Do Cleveland want to see them, Spade? I don't know, man. But for this game right here, Deron Williams, you are my strong arm performer of the week. Deron Williams.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. I'll let you have somebody in the East. If you don't mind, I'm going to take it out West. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy. I already know.
I just want to kick it in Texas. You know what I'm saying? That home of the syrup. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and give it to James Harden. Check this stat line out, man. James Harden cooked up somebody. Hold on, let me do the joint. Hold on. James Harden cooked up somebody for 51 points. I do believe that was his new career high. 51 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 dimes. Your league MVP, James Harden. You are my strong arm performer of the week.
Hold up, Spade, because you know what? Look, everybody that's tuned in right now to SAS, we're about to get rid of the strong arm performer of the week. Because K-Spade pick James Harden every damn week. I mean, he pick him every week.
He's strong on people every week. That's what MVPs do.
When you on a team like that and you one of the few players that got to take 30 shots a game, I get 51 too if I got to shoot 30 times.
Well,
anyway,
why you talking to me? You need to be on the team then. You need to go get on the team and take your shots. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen. It's been a good show, Spade. I can't wait to see what these guys think in the comment section. Let us, man. We asked you guys a lot of questions, man, and you know we like the interaction you guys been bringing. Man, the last video, yes, man. The last video we posted, you guys was in the comment section. We was in the comment section. We appreciate that, man. We try to get to every comment. Sometimes we can't, but we be in there. We in there, and we appreciate that, man. So definitely leave your thoughts on the MVP. Should PG come back? Is Kentucky a failure? Let us know, man. Spade, has been a great show, man. It's been a great show. I love doing this show, man. Even when we disagree. Even when you wrong 90% of the time, I still love doing this show. What's that? What's that?
I'm cooking over here. My bad. Don't pay me no attention. Go ahead. I'm cooking.
Alright, I'm cooking. But it's been a great show, man. We'll see you guys next episode. Get in the comment section. Y'all already know if you new. Bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, bang the like button, man. We growing every day, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys next episode.